All right, welcome in, everybody. DJ Williams here with a little impromptu live here on this Saturday. Hogs are kind of showing out in the combine right now, so I just wanted to hop on and showcase some of the stuff that they're doing as we're up and running. Always didn't have a planned live show for today, but might as well. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into 4th and 5. I'm DJ Williams. Once again, we're going to be talking about the incredible performance going on right now for some of the Razorbacks at the combine. Once again, any issues, always please just let me know. Once again, if you have any comments or questions, all you have to do is hit them in the little comment section, and I'll go ahead and pop those up. But welcome in, everybody. So Taylen Green, Mike Washington, absolutely just blowing it up at the NFL Combine right now. I'm going to show you some of the videos that they got going on. You can see at the ticker right now all the Razorback athletes that have been performing so far at the Combine. We're still waiting on Fernando Carmona to get up and going. I think the offensive lineman, that will be tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be tomorrow. So I see a comment coming in right now. This is from Clyde Williams. How'd we go 2-10 with all this talent? That's a great question, and I'll stand on this. Yes, we were 2-10. Awful, 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 but I still don't think we were awful, awful football team either. Still no excuse for not finishing out some of those games. But once again, let's go ahead and bring in some people that we're going to be talking about how these Hogs are completely showing out, specifically Taylen and Mike Washington. Now, Taylen, this should not be a surprise for many people. We knew he was an athlete. I said weeks ago, I expect him to run a 4.3 40. That's exactly what he did. It's surprising a lot of people with all the other intangibles he's bringing athletically. I think athletically, he may be one of the best athletes in all of college football and maybe in the draft this year. I know those defensive linemen, those edge rushers are probably going to give a run for money, but overall, I really think he's up there. Mike Washington, however, he's someone that I thought could be a late second-round guy, for sure third-round guy, and anything later than that, I thought it was going to be a steal. And I say this, very so often, the combine actually helps people increase that draft stock. And I think Mike Washington will fall under that category a lot like Isaac Tesla last year. I think for the big picture, most scouts just look at the game tape. But when Mike is doing what he's doing, I'm telling y'all, he's going to make people watch his film even better. So the difference between somebody like Mike Washington, who ran a great 40, we'll take a look at that here in a second, and anyone else, a great time and these great big numbers, that record-breaking combine stuff, they'll make scouts then go watch the tape a little bit closer. A lot of those guys don't have really good tape to back it up. Mike Washington has incredible tape to back it up. So, I mean, he's making himself some money. Very, very emotional when he's doing it. Once again, I want to let you know 4th and 5 always moving in a great direction. We're going to have a lot more content coming out. If you want to be a part of 4th and 5, we are open up for sponsorship. So for our weekly segments that are about to start dropping, if you have a company out there and you want to be a part of it, super, super affordable, and be a part of what we're going here at 4th and 5. All you have to do is email me at dj@4th-and-5ar.com. All right, let's go and get into it. Mike Washington, before all this got started, he was already a top 3 back. They had him number 3, and I think that is very, very fair. Now the thing is, where does he stack up against these other guys? And it depends on what a team needs. So you got the running back from Notre Dame, and you got the other guy from Penn State, both doing fairly well here at the combine as well. So it just really depends on watching the tape and what a team feels somebody's going to bring to the table. So speaking of bringing it to the table, let's go ahead and take a quick look at Mike Washington. I knew you was fast, Mike. I knew you was fast. I didn't know you had this in you. Let's go take a look at his combine time, his 40. Come on, out the gate, rolling.
Well, guess where else he looks?
Yeah, there he is. Now the thing is, can you back it up? So 4.33, was it a great start, or is he just fast? His second time, 4.336. He get a round of applause from the crowd. The fastest running back in the combine this year. Really, really special moment for Mike Washington. So once again, I think this is going to make scouts already who were interested in him go back and look again, saying, okay, we didn't know he had this in the bag. We knew he was fast. I know he's probably been crushing it in the meeting rooms. Draft stock definitely going up for Mike Washington Jr. and couldn't be a better person. Absolutely love this kid, and I think he's still reaching his potential. I mean, it seems like in college, he just kept taking a step up to higher competition. More has been asked. He is the epitome of someone who was probably overlooked, and given an opportunity, he made the most out of it. So I still think we have yet to see how good this kid can be. Now, does that push him into a potential late first-round draft pick? Woo! Typically, running backs don't have the biggest shelf life of a lot of NFL players. They just get run to the ground so much in their career. So I'm not sure if that's the case, but if he's not gone in the second round, anybody who gets him after that is a steal. But I don't know, man. That tape speaks for itself. Somebody may really, really like him. All right. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. Let's take a look at Taylen Green breaking some records at the NFL Combine. If you see the ticker at the bottom of the screen, he set the record for quarterbacks with the vertical jump. Yeah, he jumped 43 and a half. All right, so all these these stats or these combine records, they're not surprising me with Taylen Green. But just once again, how well he is performing, it's going to make it very hard for these teams to pass up on a once-in-a-lifetime, just athletic, God-blessed talent, all right? I think there's a difference between talent and skill. I think he needs to hone in on the skills. I think that's going to be the biggest thing holding him back. But as far as throwing a risk on somebody who is absolutely insane athletically, guys that don't come around a lot, I'll give you my prediction for Taylen Green here in just a second, but let's go ahead and watch his 40. This isn't from the official combine. This is somebody who was recording it, so he had pretty good commentary. I really like his little jab at Trinidad Samblers. But here's Taylen Green in the 40.
Highest recorded vertical ever for a quarterback by this guy, Taylen Green. I think that trying to find that third quarterback after Trinidad Chambliss decided he wanted to spend 19 years in college. But let's see how fast he can do it here. 4.37 for a quarterback. Holy crap.
Like the commentary right there. Yeah. This is just like people who know Taylen, people who have been around him, especially on the football field, practice field. This, I don't think, surprises him. I think he went into this wanting to run a 4.3, 4.37. Unbelievable. Great vertical jump. I mean, he may need to be a track star. So this is the interesting thing with him. Where does he fall into the category of what does a team need? I think when you watch the tape of Taylen Green, which most scouts should do, they're going to see a guy who has all the tools. It's just the consistency. And the consistency thing that worries me is when it comes to the consistency with decision-making, pre-snap reads. I think Taylen, statistically, I know last year was one of the top players in the country when it comes to total yards of offense, but his legs bailed him out in so many situations. Now, I get it. If you run a 4.3, it's great to use your legs as a weapon. But y'all, I don't know if y'all been watching the combine. You got edge rushers, 6'5", 255 pounds, 260 pounds. They're running 4.4 40s, okay? So you won't see him out of the pocket doing all those amazing things like he did in college. In the NFL, it's just a completely different league. But as far as where he fits into a program, this is where, man, I'm so back and forth, man. I'm so back and forth. Let me pull up my draft boards. This is what I think is going to happen. I did this earlier in the week, and I haven't seen much that has changed except for Mike Washington. Okay, so I already had Mike Washington. I posted this earlier in the week, going late second to mid third. But with this performance, I would be shocked if he is on the board any later than midway through the second round. Okay, anything before that, I honestly wouldn't be surprised. So anybody halfway through the second and beyond, if they get Mike Washington, I really do believe it will be a steal for the program that gets him. He was only introduced, I think, to the country last year, and he was kind of a hidden gem because he was on a 2-10 team. But week in and week out, he competed with the best, and he was special. Played in the SEC against some really, really good teams. Mike Washington, a really, really good option for a team. Taylen, Once again, I think this is what the combine's going to do. Teams are not going to draft people just based off of pure athleticism and how well they can run and jump. In fact, you have to have the skill to go with it, especially at the quarterback position. Now, this is where all the chips kind of fell into place with Taylen Green. I don't think this is the strongest year of a draft class for quarterbacks. I can't think of a better year for Taylen to come out than this year. So if there is a need for a team and what they're going to get with him, now Taylen's going to get drafted. Don't let me get it twisted. I think Taylen is an NFL talent. It's where he contributes on the team is the question. So he'll get drafted. He'll be on a team. It's just how soon and how that team is going to mold Taylen Green into what they need at the moment. I think what you saw at the Senior Bowl were moments when teams are looking at Taylen. I know there's coordinators looking at Taylen the same way Coach Petrino did, of saying, I really think I can get him to that next level when it comes to in between the years. And if that ever clicks, you're looking at a really good potential quarterback for a very long time. Julian Neal, he didn't blaze. I'm sorry. I looked on when I was watching live. I didn't see him run under a 4.5. They had him at like a 4.51, 4.50, but they got him officially at a 4.49. That's blazing fast still. I think people sometimes think, oh, if there's not a 4.2, you're not fast. 4.4 is plenty, especially for a guy his size. Now, he could be a very interesting player for a team because I think he can play multiple positions in the secondary. Safety, I think he can even be an option at a nickel, but I know he specifically probably wants to be a corner. He's going to contribute on special teams. I think you check a lot of boxes with this guy. I still think he's going to be a 4th-round pick. I haven't seen Carmona work out yet, but usually for offensive linemen, the tape is going to do most of the talk. I would say that's almost for every position, but I don't know what an offensive lineman is going to do that's really going to jump off at the combine that's going to make somebody want to draft them. Now, if he benches, 65 reps at 225 and runs a 4.4, that's a different ball game. I don't think that'll happen. Xavier Sorey and Cam Ball, I don't think they helped themselves or hurt themselves at all. I would assume Xavier, I think size is always a thing, These two are kind of flipped up for me. What I'm thinking at first is I think Xavier Sorey may get drafted before Cam, simply because with that type of build, special teams contributor, you can be on a team for a very long time, learn. We've seen good tape of him. The thing that's hurting Xavier Sorey was that tape last year. Man, it was awful. But he showed up at the Senior Bowl and helped himself, and he's an athlete. And Cam Ball, his tape last year hurting him big time as well. So I was hoping something would have happened to really separate himself and jump off the screen when it comes. Let's take a closer look. Maybe look at some things that maybe didn't go his way to make him not have the greatest season. Didn't see a lot of that as well. I still think, though, with everything that's on the board, I would be surprised if they don't get drafted. It may be a little bit later in the draft. Now, if it goes sooner than that, I would be surprised, and I hope I am surprised. So far, Razorbacks doing a great thing. Fernando Carmona is set to work out tomorrow. See, somebody just said D-Mac ran a 4.33. It's impressive. Mike Washington, man, I'm a big fan of this kid. Hope it all works out. All right, there's a little last-minute impromptu pop-up of a little update with the NFL Combine. Y'all stay tuned. After this, I know they got Pro Day. Spring ball is around the corner. Razorback basketball, I think, what's today? Is that today? They play Florida. We're going to see how that goes. Is that tonight? Hopefully that's not going on right now. I hope not. A lot going on up there in the hill. Baseball as well. Can't wait for spring ball. That's going to be a really fun one. Expect a lot more coming from 4th and 5 updated to let you know what you can expect next year when it comes to Razorback football. I'm excited, y'all. Appreciate y'all watching. As always, the best way to support. Yeah, somebody just said Matt Jones 4-3. They like it. They like it. 4-3. It'll get you on a team. I promise you that. Thank y'all for watching. It's been a quick, fun one. Y'all enjoy this Saturday. As always, appreciate y'all watching 4th and 5. Have a great day.